Welcome back to the DAF Media Network. Today, some girls varsity field hockey as the 7-1 Darien Blue Wave take on the also 7-1 Staples Wreckers. Hello, everyone. I'm Owen Heffron, joined alongside a former goalkeeper for this Blue Wave team, Charlotte Kaiser. Now, Charlotte, both of these teams are undefeated against Connecticut opponents this year. So what does each side have to do to have success in this one?
It's going to be really important, the goaltending in this game, because Staples and Darien have very evenly matched offenses and very evenly matched defenses, so it'll really just be a fight to see who can get the ball in the goal first.
This is, of course, the rematch of the two teams in the FCIAC championship last year, where Darien did come out victorious 3-0. So two powerhouses going at it. This one should be exciting. Play is going to start here soon on the DAF Media Network right after this. Staples going to get the ball here first, and they're on your left side of your screen in those dark blue away uniforms. And Darien, of course, here at the Darien High School fields, they are wearing their home white uniforms. Staples working quickly now up the near sideline. Over to Mary Stevens, working on 2 defenders. Gets it in across to the circle. Saved by Tess Haggerty in goal. Mary Stevens again now tries to center it out in front. Great job to get, yeah, great job to get that away and clear it. But quick pressure there from Staples, not what you're looking for on the Darien defensive side. Near sideline, some contact. Ball goes to Darien. Micaiah Liddell here. She's going to lift that one. Near side, it's going to go out of play. Caroline Cooper here looks to insert from the side for the Wreckers. She's just going to go back. Caroline Roshan, a captain. Plays strong defense on this team. Over on the far sideline now. Staples using, it's pretty much as the field as they can. As it goes right back to Staples. Big rip. Right to Darien.
A lot of deep drives in this one.
Liddell now moving around defenders. Contact, she loses possession. Fidalgo trying to recover it. Stockdale was working on her, but now it's Fidalgo working up. Fidalgo keeps moving. Captain on this team, and Sophia Fidalgo is the only junior captain on this team as well, as that one's going to be low and into the circle, and it's going to go just wide. Missed opportunity there.
Missed tip.
By mere inches. Looked like that was Mary Stevens just trying to get that one past Tess Hagen, your starting goalkeeper in this one.
One interesting thing about Sophia Fidalgo is that she will be playing against Blake Wilkes in the Ivy League in 2 years.
Blake Wilkes, of course, committed to Cornell for field hockey, and Fidalgo is committed to Princeton. So some pretty impressive resumes here on both sides. 2 captains with very impressive resumes. Blake Wilkes scored last time these 2 teams faced off last year in the FCIAC championship. And that 3-0 win is a good interception here from Staples, but it's going to be taken right back. Stockdale's just going to hit it back. It's going to be missed wide.
Hope Hapgood is all over this Staples defense.
Looking good so far. It's Kate Bach now. Darien trying to get in that offensive zone. Tori Stockdale back to Bach. Bach tries to get across the circle. Stockdale with it now. Little flip shot, it's saved. Right off the stick of Hope Hapgood, but I believe that was Hope Hapgood, could not bury it.
This is going to be the first major test for Staples, as we're going to see a Darien corner here in a minute.
It's going to be interesting to see who's taking it. Looks like it is going to be Katie Savino, who has taken the majority of the corners these last 2 games for the Blue Wave. At the beginning of the season, we saw Ashley Stockdale take a lot of them, but it's more so shifted to the defensive captain, Katie Savino. The Amherst field hockey commit. She's going to insert to Kate Bach. Down low, going to try to get it across. Stockdale and Wilkes are there. This will be cleared out to Liddell. Liddell tries to hit it back in, but great defense by the Staples Wreckers. Liddell, some good contact. Mary Stevens on the near side now. Working around Liddell. She's going to get that into number 2, Alex Hackett. She's going to go right into the circle. Tess Haggerty's going to kick that one out of there.
Getting a big showing from Tess Haggerty early in this game.
Proving her worth. She's the sophomore goalie on this team. She's
certainly an athlete, plays basketball, got some varsity playing time in basketball last year, and does play lacrosse as that one's inserted into the circle. The whistle will be blown. Corner issued now, first one of the day for the Staples Wreckers.
This is going to be a very defining moment for the Darien defense to see if they can fend off the infamous Staples offense. They're notorious throughout the league for being incredibly precise with their shots.
Charlotta Strange is going to insert this one, and you talked about how goalies are going to be a key asset in this game, and that one's going to be knocked down by Savino. Good play, but another one coming.
Staples going to have to choose a perfect strategy for the Darien defense because they know what they're working with.
They're going to switch it out. It's going to be the captain, Caroline Roshan, who's going to take this one. Inserts it, past Fidalgo. Now over on the left side. It's going to be shot down low. It's going to be cleared out. Charlotta Strange on the far side now for Staples. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Blake Wilkes is going to be able to take that one. So Darien's going to get the ball back. Hard hit, just clearing it out. Allow Darien to recover. It's good pressure from Hope Hapgood, but is able to get around. It's Caroline Cooper, and that's across now. Mary Stevens in the area. Will now be Darien. Picking it up, placing it down. Firing is Kate Bogdan. Over to Blake Wilkes on the far side. Working in the zone. Kate Bach. Pressure being applied by A. Seal. Allie Meyer. She's trying to work around Alex Hackett. Into Wilkes. Down low for Bach. Works her way into the circle. Pass across is broken up. Looked like she had Tori Stockdale across to the other side of the circle. Ball could not get through. Taken away. Sophia Fidalgo takes that one out of the hands of Darien. Is Mary Stevens now.
They're going to try to control the ball back on the Darien defense.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Both of these teams are major scoring powerhouses, so it's going to be, there's Kyla Dell's going to be able to recover that one, give herself time, a little breather before getting into Hope Hapgood on the near sideline. But both these teams, again, like we mentioned earlier, offensive powerhouses. Hope Hapgood now is it's going to be kicked away by Knessich. So it's going to be interesting how the defenses are tested in this one. Both of these teams are coming off 10-0 wins into this one. So do not expect a 10-0 win for this game. Darien has beat Ward 10-0 in their last contest, and Staples beat McMahon 10-0 in their last contest. Savino now on the far side, going to pass on back to Meyer. Liddell. Hard hit. That was going to be hit by Savino. Now Stockdale over to her sister. She's tried to get it to Hapgood. With some contact from Caroline Cooper. Gets Staples the ball. Oof. Hard hit. Off the face of Tyler Osgen, and Staples pleading their case here. It did go off of a Staples stick, so it's going to stay with them. Who's now in the middle is Tyler Osgen. Gets it down low to Hackett. Tess Hagney way out. As it's going to be eventually cleared out over to Blake Wilkson. That was scary. Tess Hagney came way out of the circle to try to cut that off that angle. Kate Bach over to Stockdale. Gets it through a couple.
Big break for Ashley Stockdale right now.
Now to her sister. Ashley Stockdale goes in. Great dive by Knesich. Wow.
That was an incredible stop.
Now Stockdale again now. Misses wide left. Incredible job on that save. We get another look here. Diving is Paige Knesich, the sophomore. It's her second year on this varsity team. Got a little bit of time as a starter and was mostly a backup last year, and showing why maybe she should have been the starter last year. Trying to show her coaches what she has, and she'll be here for years to come as she's a sophomore, as Mary Stevens tried to brew something up on the near side and applies pressure to Liddell, but she'll eventually hit that one past. And Caroline Cooper, Hope Hapgood going at it. Kyle Liddell, looper across, over to Blake Wilkes in the middle. Aseal applying some stick pressure, and Kate Bach.
The Staples defense is absolutely smothering the Darien offense. They're not letting them get anything past them. They're so tight-knit. They're just pummeling the Darien offense here.
So whistle blown. Looks to be a penalty corner. Darien's second of the day. Savino, of course, will take it.
Savino will be taking it from the opposite side of Darien's last corner.
Give them something else. Stockdale sisters, Blake Wilkes are in there, the captains. Off Ashley's stick. Now back over to her. Working at the top. Down low, slaps it. Off the stick. Oh, another shot now. Another great save from Paige Knesich, but Kyle Liddell now is going to hit that one. Not too strong of a shot, but Staples just knocks that one out. So Darien set up pretty nicely here, right in front of the Staples offensive zone. Savino got a chunk of turf on that one. Working around is Tyler Osgen. Wow, making tons of defenders miss. Mentioned this Staples team being fast. Just proved it right there as corner issued.
I know Darien has been running corner after corner in practice this week, so this is their chance to show that they've improved, since defensive corners have been historically one of their weak points.
Third one of the day for the Wreckers, and it's going to be Charlotta Strange. We saw her on the first corner. Then it was Caroline Roshan on the second. So it is back to Charlotta Strange as she's going to insert. Pass over to Fidalgo. Great defense here, trying to get that ball away. Allie Meyer with the pressure, and Tess Hagany trying to get the ball out. That's a great clear. It was past Hagany, but Tori Stockdale was there and was able to get that right out of there.
Tori Stockdale proving that she can be put anywhere on the field and excel.
And the forward showing off, or excuse me, showing off her defense there. So a sigh of relief as that one was mere inches from going in the net. So Staples will keep it after the clear. Off the stick of Stockdale. Going to be recovered by Sophia Fidalgo, and she's going to give that one up. Stockdale is able to get the turnover. Field position switches now as Liddell's going to loop one over to Bach. She's going to tap that one around the side. Stockdale now. Broken up. Good play by Caroline Roshan. But now Ashley Stockdale hits Roshan.
It's going to be a foot called.
Ashley Stockdale trying to plead her cases. That is going to be the end of the first quarter, and Defenses have shown out on both sides, 0-0 at the end of one. We'll be right back here on the DAF Media Network after this. So 0-0. It's going to be the start of the second quarter here at the Darien High School Stadium Field in Charlotte. Like we said all the time, both teams, 10 goals in the last game. 0-0 right now. What have you seen so far on both sides, likes, dislikes?
I think Mominicus has definitely just told her team to stop clumping up on the offense. They've been really running together as opposed to using the whole field. I also think she told them to not panic on defense. That seems to be something else. Ian Tapsall is telling his Staples team, I'm sure, if they work hard enough, they can break down the defense, and that's when they'll find the goals.
Fidalgo now in the middle. Last year she was on the U16 national team. Fidalgo is now over to Mary Stevens on the near side, guarded by Liddell. Foul seems to be called.
Looks like it's going to be a corner on Darien.
So yeah, ref calls the corner. Ref pretty vocal, you could hear it from up all the way up here near the press box. And we've seen Strange and we've seen Roshan take them, and it's going to be Roshan. So it looks like it's going to be every other corner. Looks like it's going to kind of be a Strange Roshan flip-flop is now, that's off Fidalgo's stick.
Allie Meyer hustled to that ball.
Showing off the effort. Something I'm sure Mominicus loves in her 24th season as head coach here.
So Staples going to reset as that one's back to Roshan.
Now over to Aciel.
Now in the middle
To Charlotta Strange.
It's way down low. Maneuvering around many defenders is Tyler Osgen.
Showing why she is committed to Stanford.
Craig's off the stick. Stockdale and Wilkes in the area near Aciel, and Aciel is going to be able to get that one back, and gentle pass over to Roshan. So captain to captain pass. Roshan gives it over to Savino, and now Savino hits it over to Wilkes. Wilkes working at the top of the circle. Now over to Stockdale. Stockdale works inside. Dive by Kinesic. Stockdale still has it.
What a wild sequence.
Wow. Stockdale looked to try to hit it across, and yet the defense comes up yet again.
Amazing initial save.
And so now it's going to be another corner. Savino going to take it on the near side.
This is a big corner for Darien to get their offense going.
Gentle pass into Liddell. Going to try to lift one up and over. And a little too much on that one. Staples puts out the fire. They'll get it back. I'm sure that was something they talked about at the end of the first. Maybe a little bit of strategy, and didn't pan out the way they would have liked for the Blue Wave.
They're definitely trying to be creative with their corners after seeing just how good Kinesic is.
So Darien stays near the Staples goal side. Brooke Liddell over on the far side, and Hackett gets it across to Fidalgo. Fidalgo's going to give it up. Allie Meyer now. Rolling pass. Liddell hits it off the foot of Catherine Sarasola, second-year varsity player, and Blake Wilkes trying to apply pressure to Catherine Aciel. Couldn't quite be successful as Aciel is going to lift that one right over the stick of Ashley Stockdale, but it's going to go to DHS's Kate Bach, and now taken away right again, so looks like they're playing hot potato here. Now Hackett on the far side hits it back to the midfielder Fidalgo. Far side, Savino's close. She's able to tap that one away. But it's going to be a whistle.
That one out of bounds by Katie Savino.
Good defensive play there to hold the Staples Wreckers offense. Now it's going to be Caroline Cooper on the near side. Flick that one over, intended for Emma Larrett, the Yukon field hockey commit. But it's going to be Darien ball as Tori Stockdale has it now. Slaps that one, looking for her sister. Broken up, and it's going to be able to go to Hope Hapgood as she was trying to get it across, maybe to Blake Wilkes in the circle. Nothing happened there as ball goes out of bounds. Stockdale quick to insert. Quick to get there, now taking her time. Maneuvering on Fidalgo. Hapgood tried to get it in there, but it's going to be pickpocketed. Over to Mary Stevens on the near side, right in front of the Darien bench. Whistle blown, so Liddell. Going to say it's going to go to Staples, as Fidalgo has it now, right on around the 20. Savino guarding her close. Fidalgo was able to maneuver inside multiple defenders there. Staples has it close for really the first time in this second quarter. Whistle blown as now Darien gets that one back. Big defensive stop as they have to try to turn the tables on the Wreckers.
There's been a lot of aerial lifts in this game, just like the one we just saw.
Emma Larrett tried to get that one down to Mary, but it's Liddell who came up successful in that. Now over to Hope Hapgood, some 6-6 contact from Caroline Cooper. She gets by multiple people, down to Fidalgo. Intercepted now. Another lift like you were just talking about, Charlotte, and some high stick-to-stick contact. So Caroline White will come on, and Hope Hapgood going to be subbed off. Mary Stevens now. Runs a little too far near the end line and goes out of bounds. Liddell now. Not going to see a lift here, just going to hit that one back. Over to Kate Bogdan, and that one goes wide. So Staples now looking to insert, just going to go backwards here. Just under 7 minutes left to play here in the second frame.
Staples has really enjoyed this game, sending it back to their defense and having their defense figure out what their next move is going to be, which is interesting because it's contrasting to Darien, whereas their forwards dictate most of their plays.
Darien looks like to follow in Staples' footsteps as they hit that one back to Bogdan, but then again going right on that aggressive attack. And it's going to be beneficial to Staples. Like we just talked about, that reset taking their time. It's Cooper now on 15. He's able to get it by White, but right over to Stockdale. Working on two defenders. Caroline Cooper now guarded by Ashley Stockdale. It's Kate Bach with it now. Liddell was looking down low, but pass was intercepted. It was a strong hit from Osgen, is going to be taken by Savino and tried to insert into the circle, but Fidalgo is eventually going to come up with it. Was looking for Storial there.
Mo Minikis is not happy with most of these referees' calls. Being very animated on the sidelines. She is a bone to pick with these refs.
Molly Fagan was there on the insert. Now it's going to be Fidalgo now at midfield trying to bring the Wreckers into a scoring position. Savino over to Bach, tries to get it backwards. He's looking for Bogdan. So risky play results in the Wreckers here. Right to Hagany though. She's going to stop it with the pads and kick it out. So it was outside the circle. Hagany elected to stop it. Some great pokes there from the sticks of the Darien defenders, and Caroline White now. She's trying to work on number 12, Charlotta Strange. That one hit right across and just no one there. Closest person there was Alex Hackett. That's a strong hit from Emma Larrett.
That was a big miss for the Staples offense.
Fortunate mishap for the Wreckers. So Darien with it now, Molly Fagan on the near side. So we given right back to Emma Larrett. She's gonna try to work around Savino, and looks like it's gonna be a corner. So if I remember correctly now, so let's see this again as we saw on the replay. If I remember correctly, yes, it is going to be Charlotta Strange as she and Caroline Roshan look to be flip-flopping who takes these penalty corners as we get a great back view.
This could be a game-changing corner for Staples.
Inserts to Fidalgo. Fidalgo, big hit. Misses by a foot, maybe not even. Hagany tried to dive with the knees out, and
massive stop by Hagany
huge
there.
sigh of relief for Mominicus and her Darien Blue Wave. So now it's Bogdan. On the far side, gets past the stick of Anna Dewart, the sophomore.
It seems that Darien is switching out a lot of their starters and subbing in younger players, which is probably them just trying to bring some new life into this offense and see what can stick so that they can get the ball in the Staples net and start something.
Anna Dewart tried to get that one, couldn't. It's Leah Larrett, the freshman on the field for the Staples Wreckers, and of course sister of Emma Larrett, the junior, who we've seen decent amount so far in this one. Approaching just 2 minutes now in the second quarter. One's going to go wide, and it's going to be Leah Larrett looking to insert here for Staples. Pass that one back to A. Seal. Now across to Strange, and then back over to the captain, and then Strange again. Stockdale with it now. Stockdale with a hard hit. A little too far for Caroline White, but she's able to get it back, and but whistle called. Tori was able to knock the ball out, trying to guard Emma Larrett. Larrett, nice lift. Molly Fagan able to hit it with her stick, and she is going to grab that ball back for the Blue Wave. Hard hit now on the far side and just goes wide. Ball looked to be intended for Anna Dewart. As now with 40 seconds left, let's see if Staples tries to pull something out of their hat, but it's going to go to Darien. So Ashley Stockdale right at midfield, and that one a bouncing ball past Dewart. So A. Seal now tries to lift it over to Larrett. Going to be slapped down by, I believe, Brooke Liddell. As now Darien gets into the circle, but that's going to be halftime for us here at the Darien High School Stadium Field, excuse me, and some varsity field hockey. Staples Wreckers scoreless, Darien Blue Wave scoreless. We're going to see who can put a goal on the board when we get back from halftime after this.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
So we're back from halftime, 0-0 game, goose eggs on both sides. Charlotte, what does each team have to do to finally net one and get that advantage in this game?
I think they both have to do the same thing, and that is to penetrate each other's defenses. I mean, Staples needs to find a way to get past Teshagney and to connect, and Darien needs to figure out a way to be able to pass to each other through the circle.
Yeah, looks like a lot of clumped up offense so far for Darien in that circle, but also a lot of great defensive plays on the other side. So tie game is not the most of your worries right now. That one's down low into the circle. Mary Stevens. Liddell's able to snag that one away. Stevens pickpockets it right back, but it's going to go out. And it's going to be a corner issued. Staples gets their first corner pretty early in the second half.
These corners are a huge advantage that they should be taking, they should be taking these opportunities and putting them into play. Staples is really great with corners, and if they can just connect and choose the right one to get past Darien, it will be great.
Strange inserts to Roshan. A high lift goes just over.
They use the exact same game plan that Darien just used on their last corner.
Saw it again right there on the instant replay. Great shot there is now a lift over to Blake Wilkes. The freshman Larrett, guarding the 4-year experienced senior captain, so that's something you don't see every day. Shows the skill level of both of these teams. Is now Wilkes again. Blake Wilkes was one of the Blue Wave that was able to score in the FCIAC championship last year. Scored one of those 3 goals. The other 2, Raina Johns, who graduated this past year, and Ashley Stockdale, another captain. That's Fidalgo now around midfield. Gets by Savino, but Stockdale is going to be able to stop her. As now Bogdan just flips it over. No one there. Liddell trying to grab that one, but contact and now a whistle. So a lift from Liddell. Now Leah Larrett tries to backhand one in, but Bogdan is there. Now Wilkes on the near side. Over to Kate Bach. Block looking to insert across, another dive. It's hit out. Blake Wilkes now at the top. And it's going to be hit out to Fidalgo and guarded by Savino, and another great diving stop from Paige Knesic. Slapped into the circle. No one there.
You can see that Knesic was ready for this game and she was prepared. You can see in the way that she's moving, even when the ball, she's tracking it across the net. She was ready for this match.
Whole Staples team certainly preparing their hardest as they circled this one on their calendars, looking for revenge after the Blue Wave knocked them out the FCIAC championship last year, and now Blake Wilkes with it now. Working inside is Wilkes. As it's going to be hit in a penalty corner now. Looked like, I believe, Strange made some contact that refs didn't approve of, and now Savino will insert from that far side for the Darien Blue Wave. Bach is in there waiting as we hear large cheers from the Staples JV team. It's in below us as there's going to be a shot, and it's going to be up and saved as Wilkes is going to try to get it. That one is saved again.
And they're going to have to do it all over again right now.
Oh my goodness. So a great save there from Knesic, and that might have been Kate Bach, excuse me, not Wilkes in there on the second effort, but Another great stop. Savino looking to insert yet again now. Over to Stockdale. Stockdale works around. Shot. She's going to score.
And the deadlock is braked.
Ashley Stockdale able to get one by the foot of Paige Knesich. So the captain delivers and is in the heads of Staples again as she scored in the FCIAC championship last time and picks up right where she left off, breaking this scoreless tie with 10:01 left to go in this game. And
Darien looking to make it 31 straight wins versus Connecticut teams.
That was a pivotal goal. I would not be surprised if we didn't get any more goals in this game just because of how locked down both these teams' defenses are. So I'm not sure how much more we'll be seeing on the board.
Huge moment there for the Blue Wave. Still a lot of field hockey left to be played, so do not count the Wreckers out yet. Again, you are here on the DAF Media Network at the DHS Stadium Field in Darien, Connecticut. Joining alongside Charlotte Kaiser, I am Owen Heffron, and there's a pass over to Leah Larrett. Meyer Gardner closely. Now Liddell is going to try to get that one away, and she does. Is now over to Wilkes. ACL and Strange on her as Strange is going to come successful. That defensive attempt. Now Wilkes gets it over to Stockdale in the middle, but it's going to be poked away. Great defensive stop by ACL. Strong defender on this one, reason she's a captain. Osgood is going to hits it off the stick of Mary Stevens as Mary Stevens in a foot race with Allie Meyer. Stevens going to try to get that one past. Liddell got a stick on it. So good stop there. But now Staples right back gets by Savino, and that one just hangs out in the middle of the circle, and Meyer is able to clear that one out and get each team a breather. Insert Parades off the stick, and Ashley Stockdale's trying to work around Osgood. Strange now, and whistle blown. As it will be ball for the Wave, as there's going to be a high lift, and it's going to be a whistle, and Leah Larrett will be able to hopefully make something work, as there's one down low over to Hackett. Meyer was there. As now pass not on target. It's going to be for Darien now, as there's Meyer.
Meyer has been a standout player on this Darien defense today. She has just been everywhere.
Williams field hockey commit. It's her second year on varsity, the senior, and we see her again. Off the stick of Larrett. But now over to Stockdale as she tries to get it over to her fellow captain Wilkes. Wilkes trying to work inside. Now over. Diving stop and then cleared out. So
save after save for Knesich today. She has been outstanding in the net.
Knesich been a brick wall for the Wreckers in this one. Kate Bach tried to get it, but stacked the pads and laid down sideways and came up huge again. Meyer now, some stick-to-stick contact, and Fidalgo trying to work on Stockdale. It's now a long pass is just gonna go out of the end line and across the new track here, Darien High. Tyler Osgood will come off here for the Wreckers, and number 14, Catherine Sarasola, will come in.
That ball is going to go into the Staples bench.
Excuse me, Catherine Sarasola looked to be ready to sub in, but she will stay on the side. Aciel trying to get into the circle, was looking for Mary Stevens. Poked away. Great job from Bogdan there. Bach and Roshan. Now over to Hapgood. Hapgood into the circle. Has another corner. So great job for by the Blue Wave to get the corner.
This is their time to take this corner and really just put the final nail in Staples' coffin by taking a 2-0 lead.
2-0 lead would be huge. 1-0 and 2-0 miles apart. Especially now with about 4.5 minutes left to play, third quarter, and now over to the lone goal scorer, Stockdale, over to Wilkes now. Wilkes trying to backhand flip it up, and that's slapped away by Kinesic. Now near the end line. Sticks everywhere. Another one coming. We take a look on the instant replay.
Savina's going to go up for the insert.
Another one here for Savino. Inserts over to Wilkes. Hits off Stevens, and Wilkes with a strong shot. It's going to be hit and knocked out of bounds. So a super powerful shot there from the Cornell field hockey commit. And
oh, and I can tell you for sure, I do not miss having to stand in front of Blake Wilkes. Rocket shots.
I think anyone would pay to do that, and that one's going to go out. Head coach Ian Tapsall for Staples being extremely vocal, getting as close to the field of play as he can. Trying to guide his girls as Ali Meyer just clearing that one out. Not wanting to risk anything being taken away. Is now Aciel over to Strange. Stockdale with the interception. Tried to connect with Bach, and it's going to be Staples Wreckers' ball here. Is now Fidalgo midfield. She's super dangerous and gets it over to Leah Larrett, the freshman. She goes in working around Hagney, and she's going to score. Leah Larrett, the freshman, ties things at 1.
We are back in a ball game. It is a tie game. It is the third quarter. This is making things interesting.
Looked like it went right between Tess Hagney's legs. Of course, Leah Larrett, the sister of Emma, the UConn field hockey commit, and now we have ourselves a ball game.
Ian Tapsall on the field instructing his team to stay calm and play like it's still 0-0.
Wilkes now trying to take it away from Aciel, and she does. Now Savino will look to capitalize, and now instead of making it a 2-0 game like last time, she's going to try to make it a 2-1 game and get the lead. So whatever happened in those huddles on the field during halftime looks to be paying off. Is no longer zeros. Stockdale now gets around Stevens, working inside. Shot off the bad part of the stick, and that goes way left, and Staples ball now, and another fire put out for Staples, but now it's Tori Stockdale right back inside that 20. trying to work around Fidalgo and be snatched up. So field position switches pretty quickly here.
Inching closer to that Darien goal that they just got into just minutes ago.
There's a nice lift over to Ashley Stockdale, working around Fidalgo. So now it's Larrett. Some contact is Leah Larrett gets it over to Fidalgo. Fidalgo. Stockdale right behind is she's gonna shoot and she will score.
Darien bench looking stunned. They're in a losing position. This has not happened in a long time.
With Stockdale right behind her, Sophia Fidalgo. Sophia Fidalgo, the captain. Like you said, Charlotte's Darien team is stunned. A strong shot goes right past Hagney and low into that goal. So an eventful third quarter so far.
Darien's team, and especially their seniors, are now playing with a fire lit under them. You can see Ashley Stockdale and Blake Wilkes just determined to get this next goal for this Darien team.
Yeah, so we're going to see if Darien can tie things up in the fourth quarter. It's the end of the third. 2-1 Staples Wreckers, and Darien looks unmotivated. The Wreckers, they look energetic, so it's going to be an interesting fourth quarter, to say the least. We'll be right back on the DAF Media Network right after this.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
Start of the fourth. Last 15 minutes here at the Darien High School Stadium Field. Staples 2, Darien 1, and those huddles looked a lot different. Staples, a lot of energy. Darien, kind of the opposite there. Nothing in there. More serious, trying to tie it up. Last time that these Darien Blue Wave girls last time the Staples Wreckers beat the Darien Blue Wave in field hockey was in 2018 when they beat them 2-1. So if Staples can hold on and win, they would not only break the Darien
Blue Wave girls win streak over the Wreckers, but also the 30 straight wins that Darien has over Connecticut teams. Of course, their last loss coming on the 24th of September against Camden Catholic, school from New Jersey, in a national tournament. So league-wise, Darien has been nothing but perfect over these past
We are
2 seasons.
definitely slated to have an interesting 15 last minutes of this game.
Darien, you might see a lot more aggression, is now into Kate Bach, and she gets low, and she's going to slap it. It's going to go off Knesset. Knesset diving. It's going to be up, and it's going to score. So just like that, how do you do? Darien ties it up. 2-2, the lift over Knesset. Let's take another look as Bach try to get over. She's just going to backhand lift that one. So Kate Bach, the Boston College commit. So man, oh man.
We have a whole new game here.
Did not take long at all for Darien to answer. Great efforts by Knesset there, but the second chance was just too much to handle, and Hapgood and Stockdale over there. Was looking over for Tori Stockdale, and he's going to stay with her now as down to Wilkes in the circle in front of Knesset. She's going to, oh, she lost it. Knesset was able to make contact with the ball, but Wilkes still has it in the circle, tries to get around now. Larrett there. Whistle blown, corner issued. So a great stop there. Only the goalie to beat.
Every corner at this point is critical in this game for both teams.
Knesset looking to come up big again like she did just then, and there jogs Savino. Now over to Wilkes. Now Bach. Just scored now. Back across to Stockdale. Another corner yet again. Like you said, everyone is crucial. Time really slows down for both sides, because there's nothing that the Wreckers can do there at midfield, but look and wait.
Whichever team makes it out of Stadium Field tonight with the win will have a newfound confidence for fighting through this game, because this is a tough game for both teams. They're so similar, it can't be easy.
As Knesset, bunches of saves. There's now another corner, and Staples making stops, but they're just looking to get back on offense. Bach in there waiting. Stockdale at the top. Works right, shoots. Kicked out of the way. Knesset, what a save.
Another massive block in the string of amazing saves she's had in this game.
Despite the 2 goals, she has looked incredible in this contest so far. Staples gets the stop. The Blue Wave will keep it, but now Fidalgo around midfield. Hackett near the 35. Fidalgo looking low to the circle for Hackett. Hackett has it. It's going to be a whistle blown, and corner time now for the Wreckers.
Tess Hagany getting ready and making sure her whole team is ready before stepping in that net to see what Staples has prepared for them.
So it's going to be Caroline Roshan from the far side. Senior captain. Pair of defensemen taking them for both the Darien Blue Wave and the Staples Wreckers, and that's going to be a hard hit off Meyer. Showing off the defense as Savino tries to work around Stevens. It's going to work in her favor as now Kyle Liddell will insert. Back right in front of the net. Bogdan over to Meyer. Meyer's been active all game. He's now Hackett. He's going to try to not let her go anywhere. As a warning is issued by
Looks
the referee.
like Tori Stockdale has an ankle issue.
Tori Stockdale on the sideline, a key part of this team. Richmond commit, all FCIAC 22 honorable mention, and it's not good to see her sidelined. Is now Larrett, scored a goal for Staples in the third frame. It's taken away by Stockdale. Now it's Lee Larrett's sister Emma, looking for Hackett. Gets past whoever, now Bogdan. Slaps it over Aciel. Good defense to get it to Leah Larrett.
Looks like Stockdale got carded in some type. It seems like Darien is playing shorthanded at the moment.
Does appear that way with Stockdale sitting on the side as Fidalgo tried to cross one in the circle. As now Leah's trying to get past the defense of Kate Bogdan. Doesn't work as now it's midfield here. So Darien now in the offensive zone. Stockdale as Molly Fagan enters the field of play with Allie Myers gonna get a rest. So now right near the end line. It's to be Annabelle Adams. Virginia Laxcombe was trying to make something happen. Slap down low as that one's intercepted. Fidalgo on the far side. No, over to Strange. Hard hit on the ground. Past just about every defender, and everyone will watch that go out. Defenseman to defenseman is there, Savino.
Play has remained mainly in the neutral in the center of the field. If nothing changes soon, we may be going into extra time.
Would be Darien's, and I believe Staples as well, first time in extra time this season. If no goals are scored, or if this just ends up in a tie. And Knessich, a little bit of panic, but she's able to slap that one out. Stopped it with her feet, but couldn't find it. And stopped and dropped and knocked it away. See the sun glaring down on the field, definitely a factor. Especially with all the running going on. I'm glad to be up here in the shade near the press box.
It is hot on that field right now. You can tell that the players are exhausted. They're sweating. They're putting everything in that they have into this game while also being beat down in the sun. This is going to be a Darien timeout.
Timeout taken, 5:27 left. Charlotte, you're a member of this Darien team. You know what Mo Minicus likes, what she doesn't like. What do you think she's telling her squad right now in this huddle?
She's definitely telling them to stay focused and to stay calm. those are the two things that Mo really preaches to her teams. She's going to want them to try and find where the Staples defense has holes and to try and get through those and just rush the net, have people there ready to tip the ball, have people there ready to catch a pass, anything to get the ball in the net.
And so for Ian Tapsell, we saw that he was very vocal for this Staples team, and Kate Bach, of course, scored the last goal, so it was 1-0 Darien, and then Staples scored 2 unanswered pretty fast in the third frame to make it 2-1. Now 2-2 off the Kate Bach goal. Pretty much a minute in to this fourth quarter as both teams are going to retake the field now. And again, Darien 30 straight wins versus Connecticut teams. Staples looking to end that, looking to get their first win against the Blue Wave since 2018.
This would be a massive win for Staples to have in their back pocket, and a massive bragging right at that, to be able to say that they beat this very intense Darien team.
A very talented Darien team, very talented Staples team. Of course, 7 commits on this Blue Wave roster for field hockey, and 7 is not a low number, especially when talking about commits to play this sport at the college level in huge name schools like Duke and Boston College and Cornell. It means a lot, especially when you're just looking at that from a Staples record standpoint. Is it Savino in the top? Trying to get Tori Stockdale, and just a little bit wide. Caroline Cooper, hard hit now. It's going to be taken away. Alex Hackett, Meyer Gardner close. Great defensive stop from Allie Meyer.
Allie Meyer has been on it this game. She's having the game of her life.
Now a corner, excuse me.
They're getting ready to go up for another corner now.
And now a corner issued. As you just said, Charlotte, Allie Meyer, huge on defense all game. Was able to hit the ball out when she needs to, was able to slow her opponents down on a really fast and talented Staples team. As it's going to be Caroline Roshan on the near side going to insert. Over to Fidalgo at the top. But whistles here.
Unclear on what that call was, but it seems like they're going to have to run it again.
Looked as maybe motioning Allie Meyer back. She ran in a little early, and now it's Roshan again over to Fidalgo. Fidalgo working around Bogdan. Down low. Haggany kicks it away.
Big stop by Haggany right there.
Again, came up and out of where she usually plays. Beneficial, however, is gets the stop, gets the save, keeps this game tied with 3:15 left. So Hope Hapgood be able to take it away. Only had to beat Caroline Cooper, but strong defense from the Lax player in the spring is now Allie Meyer again. Turns things over. Now Stockdale. Weak little dribbler. Tori Stockdale got a stick on that one. Now down to Kate Bogdan, and Kate Bogdan going to motion for Kyle Liddell to take this one. Seen a lot of aerial there, and that one's going to hit off the stick of Leah Larrett. Go out of bounds. Free hit now. Seal over to Strange. Now it's Bach. Gets it down. Stockdale trying to get around Roshan, excuse me, and great stop.
Katie Meyer has got her eye on that one.
Fidalgo couldn't quite get around Savino there, and now it's Emma Larrett over to her sister as Meyer grabs that one, and Leah Larrett through the legs. Brooke Liddell. Back to Blake Wilkes. Strong hit on the ground. A lot of power shown all day from the shot and passes of Blake Wilkes. Now it's Larrett again. Same spot she was just a few seconds ago. Poked away by Liddell. Great play. Fidalgo now. Top of the circle. Big shot. Whistle blown right before that hit the back of the net.
That was a heart stopper.
See it now. But a whistle. Head coach Ian Tapsell, hands on his head. He can't believe it. Missed opportunity, but now a corner.
Massive opportunity for Staples here, since it may be their last chance to clinch this win in full time.
So clock winding down, 5-4, 3, 2, 1. But they will be able to finish this corner. So last chance here. As Roshan to insert. Fidalgo. Now on the right side. Shoots. Off Hagney. Fidalgo down low. Stockdale is there. It's Fidalgo again now. As another one issued for the Wreckers, and they're going to get another chance to capitalize off a penalty corner.
The Darien bench is stressed. This is the closest they've came to possibly losing a game in a very long time.
It's going to be Roshan yet again. The Larrett sisters waiting. Fidalgo, of course, at the top. Most dangerous player possibly here. Now past Fidalgo over to Larrett. Down low, it's going to be cleared out. So Darien defense comes up huge to get the stop, 2-2. So the game tied at the end of regulation. Looks like things
looks like they're going to go into some extra time. Unclear what the format will be with that.
Yeah, it looks like they will meet with their respective benches. So it's going to be 2 minutes. Oh, it's going to be, looks like maybe 5 minutes of extra time, excuse me. And unaware here still on the rulings.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
So Charlotte and I have just been informed of the overtime rules. Sudden death. You score, you win. 2 10-minute overtimes.
This is also going to be a 7 versus 7 as opposed to each team having 11 members of the team at the field at once.
So a lot more open space. We mentioned a lot of the clumping, especially on that Darien side in their offense in that circle. This might loosen things up a bit. As Darien will get it first, and it's going to be Stockdale. Look for Wilkes and Founder. Wilkes near the end line. Wilkes trying to maneuver in, and a diving stop by Paige Knesich. Holy cow. You can't play much better than that in the goaltender position. As now it's Mary Stevens. Great stop by Katie Savino. There's now Stockdale. Gets it poked away, and it's going to be Fidalgo.
Staples is determined. They are playing with fire. They're out for blood, and they want badly to beat this Darien team.
Fidalgo hard hit, but a great stop by the captain Savino. Now Stockdale, no one around her. Can look for Wilkes on the right, but a great stop. But now whistle blown.
It's going to be a corner for Darien.
Have to expect Savino to take this one. She's been doing it all game. Tight knit huddle there around the circle.
Darien knows this is their chance.
Momenticus hands on her knees, edge of her seat if she had one. As Savino's going to come back and talk over it again. No mistakes here if you are the Blue Wave.
They do not have room for error in this situation.
Bach, Stockdale, and Wilkes all waiting. Stockdale now. Over to Bach. She's already scored in this one. Across and hit out. But now it's Liddell as she tries to get one in, and Stockdale jumps across right in front of Emma Larrett near the end line. As another one is coming up. 2.5 gone so far in OT. But now another chance, and Wilkes was left open for a lot of that first one. Just couldn't quite get it by, I believe. That was the Stanford commit, Tyler Osgen, who's been on this varsity team since freshman year. She is a junior, so chances are she'll likely be back next year. Is now stocked over to Wilkes. Wilkes gonna shoot. It's gonna be another save for Paige Knesich. Oh my goodness. Kicks the leg out.
This is a nail biter if there ever was one for this Darien team and also for the Staples team.
So Kyle Liddell whiffs on that one, but hits it up and in and high off the body. And Caroline Cooper tried to get it all the way down for Mary Stevens. Oh, and then another hit for Darien goes wide. So you take another look at that save. Threw the leg out. Teammates extremely grateful.
as now field position takes a turn. No one sitting on either side of the bench. Back to Osgood. Hard hit down low. Parades off a stick, and now it's Savino. Now it's Bach. Osgood's honor. Working around, across. Off Knesic, and it hits off a Staples player and goes into the net, but has to hit off that stick and take another look. Bach off Knesic, popped into the air. Looked like it was off the leg of Catherine Sarasola.
Yet another corner for this Darien team. They have not been able to finish a corner, if I'm not mistaken. They've gotten them, and they haven't quite been able to get them all the way there and get the ball in the net.
A theme we've seen decent amount so far. Charlotte, you and I did that New Canaan game together, and they had dozens upon dozens of corners. I believe it was maybe 15, and now Stockdale at the top. Over to Wilkes. Great defense there from the Wreckers, and it's poked away. Bogdan and Fidalgo up at the top. Fidalgo about to run away with it, but Bogdan with some good defense.
Staples didn't even want Blake Wilkes to get a shot off. That's how scared they are right now. They don't even want to bet on letting Blake Wilkes take a shot and seeing where it goes.
And I mean, why risk it? We've seen the power on those shots. Of course, the captain, Cornell commit. A lot of experience, freshman year. She was on this team. Osgood and Cooper gonna pass it back and forth. On the far side now, Savino cuts off the pass, was looking for Mary Stevens. She was the intended target. Long down to Bach, trying to get it before it crosses the end line, and she can. Now down and across, Knesic diving stop, keeps kicking. Wilkes now a shot, backhand, she scores!
Massive game winner for Blake Wilkes.
Blake Wilkes with the game winner. She did it in the FCIAC championship last year, and she'll do it again.
The Wave will continue to be unbeaten, and they will continue on rolling.
A desperation shot. Knesic was on the ground. She was able to lift it right over, and that's why she's the captain. She comes through at the biggest moments. We'll take another look. Slow it down. 3-2, your final. Darien Blue Wave trump the Staples Wreckers 3-2, and the streak continues. Darien 31 straight versus Connecticut teams, and Staples still hasn't beat Darien since 2018 as Darien improves to 8-1, 8-0 against Connecticut teams, and Staples 7-1 now. Staples will go on to play Norwalk, and Darien, they're headed to Wilton on Wednesday to play Wilton Warriors. So 3-2 again, your final. Let's say thank you to everyone here at this whole DAF Media crew. Will Donnelly on graphics, Trevor Kisko, and Timmy Schoenrock on our cameras. Liam Tomaszewski doing instant replay and director. Damian Andrew, of course, overseeing this whole operation. One last time, join alongside Charlotte Kaiser. I am Owen Heffron, and you've been watching DAF Media, joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Have a great evening.